Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to the tavern. It's been a while. A couple of announcements off the top of the hour. We're going to go ahead and actually have a short session this week. It'll only be 2 hours this week, as we're getting back in the groove of things, and people are still recovering from the holidays and... cat. And then, yeah. Next week we'll be back to our normal form, full session. Other announcements, do we have other announcements?
It's 2022 now.
Yeah. We're in the sequel.
Yeah. Last year was just 2020's victory lap.
That's true. 2020, 2021, 2020 part 2.
Yeah. Massive shout out to our artists. We have some new artwork coming up soon, hopefully.
Yay!
Which is really exciting. Please visit her Twitter and give her some love.
Okay.
Or her website. With that out of the way, I'm really not sure where we left off last session, and I was too lazy to actually watch the game and take notes, or even look for my notes from the last game. So that's on me. All I know is we left off while you guys were talking to Pulse in the magic shop regarding the bullet. And that's where we are going to pick up the game from. So, what are you guys doing in the magic shop?
Well, the cat was exchanging terrible drugs. I can tell you Nikolai's thinking about other options we can maybe explore, but...
Cayenne was looking for any books related to calming it. Or
Alright.
figuring out more about the bullet.
Scav was in search of anything that would be medicinal that would definitely help with anybody should they be harmed.
Alright.
And Augie is just wondering what the hell she's supposed to do here. All you guys are magical people, so. I can hit things with a hammer.
Smash. Augie smash.
Augie smash.
Alright.
So I just got a really bad idea.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's the appropriate response. So we gotta deal with the bullet thing. Critter. Currently, and then later we have to deal with that little gang of ruffians outside the city, yes?
Well, I was thinking it'd be better to deal with that first.
See, that's where my bad idea comes into play. What if we do it both at the same time?
Yeah, bad idea.
How would we even do both at the same time?
No.
We bring the
He
bullet
actually has a
to the bad
possibility
guys,
there.
let them fight it out, and then whoever is left standing, we deal with them.
Or somebody infiltrates bad guys, tell them, hey, we got a great score over in this location, take them there, and then let the bullet eat them.
That probably would work, but they're probably more familiar with the city than we are, and they already know about the bullet problem and go anywhere fucking near it.
Also, we kind of do need proof of said baddies if we do deal with the little bandit situation.
Well, yes.
Kind of hard to do if they're kind of, in pieces.
We just take
Not really, we already
take
brought
the bodies
Just
with
take
back.
body parts, we take weapons, we take armor, we take signet rings if they have them.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Or one of them can just travel out to said camp and just look at what's left. So is there any way that we could... Do you have anything in the shop that could get us to, like, get the bullet to follow us in a eating all of us kind of way?
Pulse just looks at you very confused. Looks at her table and she scratches her head. That's between you and the bullet.
Shit.
Well, this goes back to my idea that since we know that a bullet has a very wide range that it roams, yes? And
yeah, it's
since
like
it is
apparently
only
35 miles.
Since it has only stayed in the mines and has not become such a major problem that it's devouring every miner in there, what's to say this isn't a young bullet?
It's very likely that it might be just a smaller one, or
It's a low caliber one.
I hate you. Not really, Mondo, but I really want to
that was
right now.
terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Pulse is ha ha.
You somebody appreciates my humor.
We don't even know if we have the right equipment to deal with the bullets.
No, no kidding.
Well, it's a good thing we took the contract before knowing all of this.
Hey, in his defense, that's a very weird setup. You touch a thing, it's yours. That's just very weird.
Yeah.
Not that weird.
It sounds very weird to me. Like, we're the Tinker's Guild. Like, I can grab the thing, look at it. Maybe. Hey, can you hold this for a couple days? No, we can hold it for 24 hours. It seems more normal. The Hunter's Guild, that's some weird stuff.
It is quite
Well, they took him in. What do you expect?
Ha!
Pulse just looks over at you, looks back at the group. Unfortunate for them.
Aw.
Oh.
I don't know. It seems like going in to attack this thing that we had absolutely no information about seems kind of
Stupid?
stupid. Whereas we've already taken care of 4 of the bandits. I can't imagine they have a whole army and it's maybe like 4 or 5 more. We could probably more easily do that. Get possibly better equipment, possibly get a good cash out to get better equipment and supplies, and then go take care of this giant monster that we know nothing about.
There's just one tiny little problem with that. As far as we know, that little camp was just a little detachment. It sounds like a full-blown little outpost that they have.
Well, I'm not sure how big it is, because if it was a really big problem, they'd probably send all the guards and the like to go and just deal
Yeah, it
with
just
them in
seems
one
more like
shot.
a constant nuisance if they.
If they're letting a group
guard
of
in
fucking
infiltrate.
kids go deal with the problem, I kind of have to think it's not really that big of a fucking problem. But 4 of them, it's a bit of a problem. There could be a lot more.
Definitely.
It could be, but Augie looks rough and tough sometimes. Maybe Augie can infiltrate them
Sometimes.
and get a head count.
I think it would be better for you to do that, brother, as tiny as you are.
They wouldn't
No, I mean-
notice you.
No, I mean like Augie just go join the group.
Well, they're not exactly wrong. You and I could
If
probably.
you
walk.
guys are not going to buy anything, door.
Oh,
Do you have anything that would make us a little less dead?
Pulse looks down. Do I look like a cleric?
Perhaps potions or scrolls? Powders? Anything?
what's with you and powders?
They're very useful. You just put a little bit of water and let it go.
At least he's keeping his nose clean with this one.
Augie is going to take the 2 biggest troublemakers, i.e. Scav and Mondo, and
Oi.
take them back to go. We'll take this outside and hatch this out before we come back in.
Thank you.
And just pull back.
Thanks, folks.
Kayan's just gonna follow Augie.
Robot arm up above.
As you guys head out into the street, there's a few passerbys as you're now on the street carrying on about your plan.
I mean, maybe we can go to the town guard. Maybe they have more information on either or. We haven't gone and spoke to them yet. We haven't gone
That's not a terrible idea.
We haven't gone to the mines to see what they have to say.
Perhaps we probably shouldn't discuss this out in the open.
Discuss what, whether or not we're going to go talk to the guards or the tech or
In terms of our problems.
Okay.
Because
Well,
we
one
don't
of
know
them-
who might be watching or listening.
Well, one of the issues that we apparently have to deal with, he's absolutely correct. Oh, that sounds just weird to say.
So, where to?
Probably just back to the room.
Yeah, we go back to the room, actually come up with some type of plan, and then act on the plan. I think going to take care of the bullet blindly is ridiculous. It's less ridiculous, in my opinion, to go take care of the
The bandits.
the bandits blindly, because we've already blindly dealt with 4 of them. I think we can deal with 4 more at a time.
To be fair,
That's assuming that there's 4.
we didn't really have our gear when they did attack us. Most of it was left in the cars.
Well, my thinking is, we deal with the bullet, then people recognize, oh look, we're great. We go to deal with the bandits, they see us coming. The cowards will fuck off, because they don't want to deal with the ones who killed the bullet.
And then there will just be more to reconstitute later.
Yes, but they're losing all the cowards. It might scare them straight.
No. Don't think so.
So here's why I like Nikolai's plan, Mongo. You see, if we, you know, let's just go talk to the guards first. Let's move this off the street.
So are you guys heading back to the tavern, or are you heading to talk to a guard?
I'm gonna
Look for a
guard
guard on the
station
way to the
nearby?
tavern.
Look for a guard
There's-
on the-
There's guards posted here and there. They're not hard to miss. I mean, they're within earshot, essentially.
We'll definitely go and speak with the guard.
Alright, then somebody's stepping up. Augie will step up!
Yeah, you approach a guard, and they look at you, and they rest their hand on their blade.
Just a moment of your time.
Okay.
The Hunters Guild has given us a bounty to collect on for the bandits in the area, and we were just wondering, do you have any information on that, or do you know someone that would have any information on their numbers, how well armed they are,
Well,
where they might be?
hey, Jerry. Jerry looks over. Yep. You know anything about the bandits? Huh? No. Go to the guard station.
Brilliant. Which way?
They point in a direction, and you can see down the way towards like the outer wall that there's actual guard station there.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
All right,
Start
move
walking
along.
that way.
Move along.
Follow behind.
Thank you.
So you guys work your way over there. You get to the guard station. You can see it's almost like a toll station, but not really. You can see them checking a few people coming in, but very few people going out. And you see this gnome standing there in full plate armor.
Are we sure it's not half plate because it's no?
She looks over at you. Who are you?
Hello, my name
You
is
look
Augie
suspicious.
Silky, and I am here with my companions and family to try to find more information about the bandit camps in the area. We picked up a bounty from the Hunters Guild and are off to try to take care of them.
Oh, they're that way? There's a few of them. We sent a scouting party. They didn't come back. Actually, their heads did come back, if I remember right.
That's good to know.
Fantastic.
That's terrible.
Do you know numbers, weapons, locations?
They're off in the forest that way. They're not big. They're medium.
8 of them? 12 of them, maybe?
More than I can count on my digits.
Okay.
A sizable amount.
But
So we've taken care of a third of them.
But that's all we know. Like I said, we got heads back and a cart. We can't deal with it right now because we're dealing with the mines. And do a perception for me, please.
Perception I can do.
12.
Cool.
13.
13.
18.
18.
17.
Jack shit.
What was it? An 8?
Probably looking at some type of thing that moved over there and it's not an animal.
You guys look into the guard station briefly, and you can see a cleric, and they're tending to a guard that has a sizable chunk taken out of him.
Oh.
And another guard is holding that chunk in place while they... And it almost looks like a V shape.
What did that?
Yeah.
The guard looks over. Oh, that's from the bullet.
Oh, good.
So, how large of like this chunk are we talking here?
Yeah, that's actually what I was thinking.
What
It's
chunk
probably
was used?
about the size of a small pizza. A good 12-inch pizza.
Okay.
Oh, but a slice of a
This
12-inch
thing
pizza.
is pretty big.
Yeah.
That was just the tip of the bite. From what they were telling me.
How big is this thing?
Bigger than you.
Well, everything's bigger than me.
Is it bigger than me?
They walk over to you, they look up at you, they lean back, they take a few steps back to size you up. Yeah.
Oh, okay, not a small one. Okay, got it.
Do you know if it has any weaknesses?
Looks over at Scab.
Is it bigger than a horse?
Lots of injuries.
It has a lot of injuries.
No, you give it lots of injuries and hope it stops moving, and then it's dead, and then you have to no worry about it anymore.
How many men have
As
you
I
lost in this?
said,
About 5.
it needs to be stabbed to get rid of it.
But bullets are big. Big problem.
Horse is big or big?
Clyde. And you see this Clydesdale walk around. That big.
So, Clyde is big.
Clyde is a Clydesdale horse.
Yeah, but he's big.
Yeah.
And Bullet is big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many bites would the bullet have to take in order to eat Clyde there?
1 bite at a time.
How many bites total?
Enough. I don't understand your reasoning. It's big and it's trouble, and you apparently have this job. Good luck.
How many men are currently fighting it?
None.
When are they going to go back to fight it?
If you don't return.
Oh. So because we've accepted the contract, you're leaving it alone for now.
Yep.
Because we were
You're very
voluntold with the contract.
What's that?
Because we were voluntold with the contract.
Yeah, that's...
By a certain unnamed kobold.
So either we go in and fight this thing and die, hopefully kill it, or we pay this off so we can avoid this entire fiasco that it is.
Okay. Thank you. Let's head back to the room.
Yes.
They go back in, and you hear like a person like screaming in agony as something's reset.
See, I don't like
Oh,
that
I
sound.
can't wait to get bitten up because someone touched the contract. Cayenne's just going to trot ahead of everyone and just make it as obnoxious as possible.
It's the most sarcastic
Roll a
skipping
performance.
ever.
Probably gonna trip.
Oh god, I can see her skipping
10.
like a fawn
10.
right now.
Yep, she is totally fun skipping. Quite chipper.
We are gonna die.
Well, if it bleeds, it can be killed, right? I guess
The current running theory is yes, it can be killed.
something tells me we're gonna need a very big boot for this pest.
Yeah.
I don't even think my hammer's big enough, and she rattles the hammer on her shoulder.
Perhaps we may have to.
Wait, did we get our cart?
We do. We still have our cart.
Yeah, it's still stored away.
All of our stuff is safely being watched.
So are we going back to the room to further discuss?
Yep.
Okay. Any difficulties getting back to the room?
No, none
So,
at all.
You assume that we're back to the room.
Yeah, you easily navigate through the city, back into the pub, past the patrons, up to your room.
Alrighty. So, Scaff, what's your thought? Go after the bullet or go after the vandals first, or the vagabonds first?
Well, the bullet is definitely the larger threat, and the longer we leave that alone, the more of a problem it can become. Bandits would definitely be possibly much easier if it's just a small number of them, but if it's a large number, it could be a potential problem.
Okay.
So here's my plan. And
In your mind, weigh
Oi.
what you know. Sorry.
Well, no, Nate was first.
In your mind, weigh what you know and just make a choice. Which would you rather go after right now with what you know?
Well, I would much rather deal with one problem versus many problems all at once. Not to mention, if we do take care of the bullet, we do have that contract you have as well, where they need the parts of a bullet. We could use that to get better gear to possibly deal with the bandit problem. However, that can work both ways.
Okay, so you're saying go after bullet first.
We need to learn a little bit more about it, so don't tackle it head on, but perhaps a little bit of investigation work first. What do you think?
I think we should go after the bandits. It seems more sensible.
Here's my reasoning with that. As someone that has done quite a bit of hunting and such, it's definitely not wise to definitely go out after something within its own element.
What's the difference in then going after the bullet in its own element then? And it's bigger. It's way big. It's bigger than that horse.
We would actually possibly have potential maps and such of the mines, possibly
While
a layout.
they are discussing,
More
Cayenne's going
planning,
to
we could definitely
frantically
possibly
look
set
through her
up the
book
trap.
for any
Whereas if we would go out
information
into the
on
wilderness,
that she
we
could
are
possibly find
within
in
the
her
element of the
beast
bandits. They would have a greater advantage over us.
Sort of.
What I
You're
say,
a
well,
woodsman
do
and Cayenne's a druid.
I believe how a room's set up, your bed is close to mine, so
Oh.
you'd be pretty close.
It's a shared. There's a space between the rooms, but it's shared.
So, what do
My
you
problem with my problem.
Hey, Scav, you lost your accent.
think? I can't do it right now because my throat is.
So my problem, my concern is that yeah, sure, there may be another 20 bandits there,
Go ahead and roll a nature.
but if we
That was a
sneak
15.
around properly, we can take them out one at a time.
Big if.
We don't even know how many there are
Yeah, and we can go find that out.
if they don't find out that we're searching first. That's the problem.
Well, that's why you be quiet while I go check it out. Or Augie, go join them.
I don't like that idea.
I don't like that.
Here's
Not
why. That works great in theory as she's just leaning up against the door frame to her and Cayenne's room. It works great in theory. Until they ask me questions that I can't answer,
Like
and
what?
then suddenly all of them are looking at me.
Like what?
Like, why did I join?
We'll
Where
come up
did
with
I
an
come
answer. You're poor and destitute. You have no friends, family. You don't have a home.
Oh, so now you're okay with her
And
lying.
how did I find them? It's also another great question.
You're
Like,
aware they're in the area, and you decided to go look for them.
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, that's
How is that a
pretty
terrible
bad.
idea? Everybody knows they're in the area.
They're bandits, and they're probably pretty fucking paranoid.
I'll say I can't do Scav's voice right now. My throat's absolutely fucked.
All right.
Here's my plan. I actually like Nikolai's idea better. Yes, we could go check out the bullet's lair, try to figure out some information, but if we run into the damn thing, we suddenly are in a fight for our lives, unprepared. With the bandits, Nikolai
You do
can run
actually
around.
find that bullets are highly territorial. And it lines up with Augie's, like, saying of, like, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, I agree with Augie. Bullets, they're highly territorial, so that means if we get in its 30-mile radius,
It's gonna know.
It's gonna
It's gonna immediately start coming for us.
You wouldn't happen to know, like, a good general... Can we just poison the fucking thing?
It's not that easy.
And here's another thing.
From what
Kaya.
I've read, you have to kill it to get rid of it.
That's what I'm saying. Poison it.
There's no reason.
No,
to
stab.
Now, hang on.
Stabby stab.
Hang on. Mongo has a point here. Hang on. So, if we just toss meat in its general direction, is it going to smell the meat and go after the meat?
I don't know.
I don't know if they can smell. I think they sense vibrations.
From
It is
what,
an underground creature.
from what I have read, they are particular about their food. Like, they'll eat anything, but there's few things that are their favorites.
Okay.
Halflings and dwarves being two of those.
Because halfling and dwarves are the other creatures that live underground sometimes. Or especially dwarves.
Here's a really interesting idea. I don't know if it'll work, but most things that are ground-dwelling creatures really don't like very loud noises. What if we just have something really obnoxiously loud that'll drive it away?
So just send you in there.
Can't you talk with, like, forest animals and maybe get some information?
It doesn't always work. It's
Yeah, but it sometimes works, right? Apparently you told the bees to move their entire friggin' hive.
those are bees. Those are creatures I could literally grab one between my fingers and go squish. We're talking about a creature that could eat me in one bite.
No, I'm not talking about the bullet. I'm talking about, like, go into the forest, talk to a deer or something, and maybe they know how many people there are.
That could
Oh, for
possibly.
the bandits.
The bandits, yes. I'm trying to not go to the bullet. I think that's suicide.
Those
I could.
those
try.
route survival skills are coming in handy, aren't they?
I could try. See if they've seen anything odd.
You know, that's not a bad idea there, brother. Not a bad idea at all.
Actually, talk to a few of the squirrels. They might be kind of mad for stealing the nuts.
Although, I wouldn't send a deer.
You know, that's the first woodland creature that came to my mind. Sure. the squirrel.
Perhaps a bird or a squirrel or
Bird.
another rodent-like creature.
A
Something small.
large predatory bird would be a better bet. I've tried
Because
to
they're
have.
always up and scanning, yeah.
I've had a conversation with a squirrel once. It went hardly anywhere.
Obviously, it was one-sided. A bit nutty.
So scatterbrained.
You're talking to squirrel brother.
Yes.
So, hey, maybe there's a falconer in town.
I could check around the city to see if anyone.
You have some druid friends, right?
I could see. I could check.
Yeah.
So, If the Falconer doesn't work, we also have Nikolai. Nikolai strips
I
down.
can't
Yes,
fly.
I know you like all. Hang on. I know you like all of your bits and bobs and all of your wonderful contraptions, but Nikolai strips down to look as if he's just a common forest mouse. Goes
That
into
is a
the
very
encampment.
large mouse. More of a rat.
Yeah.
Bear with me here.
The bandits
Yes.
could be stupid enough. It could work.
There's just one
And-
tiny little problem
You
with
want to count
that.
that way.
We don't know what type of wildlife is in this region. That could be potentially extremely dangerous for Nikolai.
He could stay in his ball. He could go in his ball, go to a safe distance away, wait until the area's all clear, make sure there's no predators,
And you're
Or-
a woodsman. Can't you track some of these assholes down too?
or
I'm more about with pests and small creatures and such. I
Then
never
one-
tracked a person.
then one of us could go with him with this crazy plan
I suppose I could give it a try.
and check to make sure that no predators get a hold of him once he's out of his ball.
Okay. So, for levity, you guys carry on talking amongst yourselves for at least a good couple hours, and eventually, one by one, each of your stomachs starts to growl, and you peer outside, and the sun has gone down. And you can hear bardic music from downstairs as the bar plays, as you know, usually for about dinner time for entertainment.
Okay.
If we do this, I'll go with. I may not be able to track people very well, but I can tell signs of wildlife.
So, what are each of you doing now that it is about dinner time?
Well, I think we actually need to pick one and just focus in on that one as opposed to coming up with a plan for both of them at the same time.
Yes.
The bandits would probably be a little bit easier to deal with. On top
Deal
of
with the
that,
bandits first,
it would also allow us
equipment,
to save up.
then
for
deal with the bullet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think so.
It is possible
And the
that if
worst
we can
case
defeat
scenario-
all the bandits,
You know, if we get to a point where, you know, there's just too many bandits to deal with, well, we have a whole forest to scatter to. Whereas if we get into too much trouble with a bullet, we may only have one direction to go, and that may be blocked.
so you're saying the path of the bullet's a little rocky?
A little bit, yeah. In the very least.
I would definitely like to speak with the blacksmith first before we head out. I don't exactly have anything that would be useful in dealing with bandits.
You don't have a crossbow?
I have our ballista, and I have, of course, my little slingshot and a spear. That's it. I would
What?
like to pick up a crossbow if they haven't done that.
Why would
Well, to
you
be
not
entirely
have a
honest, he's
crossbow?
more prepared for this than I am.
We're allowed
I
to take
used-
basic equipment.
I used to have one, but it broke. Remember?
Well, we did pick up a bunch of equipment from the ones that we did take care of, so there's probably a crossbow there.
I
Awesome.
say we all go get dinner.
Yes.
Sounds good.
I plan on venturing out to go see the druids that I spoke to before.
Okay.
But to do that, I cannot have anyone with me,
Okay.
so I should only be gone for a little bit
Okay.
to at least speak
I'm
to
done
them.
with dinner.
I'll eat so dinner
Are you
as
sure
well.
you're going to be okay by yourself? Yeah. Okay.
I'll go ahead and eat
I
as
picked
well.
things much harder.
I'll speak with Crumb afterwards. Perhaps he might have something useful.
And as Aki is leaving the common room, she just gives Mongo a good dusting at the back of the head. That's for the puns! And continues on downstairs to dinner.
Puns were fantastic.
So, you guys head downstairs. The bardic music is playing. You head out to go to the camp, correct?
Yes. After dinner.
Yep.
So yeah.
The bard that is playing is absolutely atrocious.
Fantastic. Huck my drink at him.
They dodge naturally because they know how bad they are.
So, Cayenne or Scaff, along your ideas of the disguise and infiltration there, do you think the three of us could work together to make me very blend in? Because
Well,
I'm kind of white.
you'll have
You're
to.
usually covered in grease.
I mean, it's gray color, but
We'll have to find a
I'm gonna
local
go through
rat
that
or
book
mouse
that the
to know what
tiefling
type
gave
of
me, see if
fur
there's
would be most
anything
common
in
in
there
this
on-
area.
how to be useful in a fight.
All right, do an investigation there.
21.
All right, you're kind of flipping through it, and you kind of look through the table of contents, and then you do find a thing. So you plan on venturing. Well, good luck on you. And it goes into detail about what spells to prepare, and none of them you have even heard of or seen or know how to get your hands on. The biggest thing, though, you do see in bold, though, is find an adventuring party that can stand between you and the enemy so that you can be safe.
Got it.
got it.
You have a big hammer between you and the enemy, typically.
Just be a little cat nuisance.
Gloves.
Four hooves that typically like to get squishy.
Yeah. Great. So my current running strategy for a fight is basically Untitled Goose Game the shit out of this. Yay!
Wow.
First level wizards are useless. Then go to a first level wizard that doesn't have any spells. Jesus.
Yikes.
I think I'm gonna need to go talk to Bolt again.
Definitely
you
gonna
head
go.
out? All right, you head off into the forest.
I'm gonna go and speak with Crumb.
Okay.
I guess I'll. The only thing I can think of is like maybe getting hold of some brown-looking grease or something to put all over my body in case that's the way we're going to go.
Okay.
Just go to the tinker shop.
Nikolai, before you leave, I have a task for you. See if you can find anything about the local flora and fauna of this area, this region in particular.
How am I supposed to talk to him about that?
Just ask any of the locals. She laughed.
She laughed.
Yeah.
Yeah, talking to the druid who's gonna go talk to other druids sounds like a bit better of an idea
Well,
than the
if
mechanic.
she's still there, think you could find out information about the local plant life and animals in this region?
I think that's probably her goal.
You have the book with you, right?
Wow.
I don't
Just-
know if she left it with us or not.
You know, I'm
Why
gonna.
would she leave her book with us?
Oh my god, I'm gonna talk to the mechanic about finding out about the fauna. I think he might know more about gears than anything.
I was just going to get some brown grease. I think that'll disguise me pretty well if I need to.
And if they get a hold of you,
Yeah.
just slip right through the fingers.
And soon you hear a ghostly mention of Rangers, Hunters Guild. Ooh.
Yeah. How many times have I brought up that you're a woodsman?
Not yet, but
Discount woodsman at this rate.
You're still way more a woodsman than any of us are.
By smell alone, yes.
He's not really woods man, he's woods
He
kobold.
is.
so yeah, I'm gonna go and speak to Crumb and hopefully
Okay.
I spot someone I can speak
So-
to.
You head into Crum's forge, and he's currently beat away at something, and the sword is bigger than Augie, the blade he's working on.
That's a very big sword.
Crumb turns around. Greetings.
Hello, Crumb.
She has come.
Hello.
Augie
This
really
one
seems
needs
to like your
equipment.
hammer, by the way.
How may I be of service to...
Did you have a question, Augie?
No, I said you need equipment.
Oh, yes.
I said this one as I'm pointing to you.
Yes, I'm looking to replace some of my equipment for something a little bit more.
Maybe we should
Functional.
only go a couple hours, Manny.
Wow.
Wow.
So... Your brain's running on about half a cylinder tonight?
2 cylinders. One of them's not firing. The other one has a stuck valve.
Good job flipping everybody off there.
Yeah, sorry.
Nice.
Crumb looks at you.
That's a pretty way to count.
Crumb looks at you and looks around his shop a little bit. Funny. You want to go to Andros for generalized equipment.
Andros.
Can you give us a heading?
Down 3 roads that way, make a left, make a right on the first block, make another left.
Brilliant. Thank you, Crumb.
Okay. I will follow their instructions, I guess. Did you get that, Augie?
Yeah, down 3 roads that way. Make a left. Make a right, and then make another left. I heard it all.
Okay. I just want to make sure in case I forget. Go ahead and head on over.
Guaranteed to forget. My God. Whew.
So, Andros General Supplies and Goods.
Yep.
Head inside.
You get there and you realize the time of the day and they have a close sign hanging on the door.
Well,
Oh, brilliant. Take a look at the hours, if there are any posted.
11 in the morning until 4 p.m. Closed between 12 and 2 p.m. for naps.
why do I have a feeling
They'll them left for an hour.
Why do I have a feeling this
Sleep
is
for 2 hours and then work for another 2
I
hours.
was just fixing to say that. I was just fixing to say that.
Please take me along.
Oh, Augie, do you think this is a tabaxi's shop?
Probably. And Mongo sleep.
Okay.
You can call them cat naps.
Oh my
I
God.
guess we'll return to Crumb.
Why Crumb?
Why Crumb?
I figure the blacksmith might be able to make something for someone small. It's a big guy, but I'm pretty sure you can figure it out.
Dear fuck, my dude. Half the entertainment tonight is just seeing how broken the Ranger is.
Oh. Back to Crumb, I guess.
Augie, you see him
Why?
going back to Crumb.
Why back to Crumb? Crumb said that he doesn't have any supplies for you.
Perhaps not, but he might be able to make something.
Little brother,
I don't know.
I wonder if there's anything going on upstairs with you sometimes.
Wait, Augie, you're a blacksmith, right?
Yes?
God, what's the
I see a picture of a black light going on.
Screw you up.
I can see a light bulb
Takes a couple
sizzling.
days to make anything, at least.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you could probably commission a blacksmith to make you a
Helmet?
crossbow, but it's going to be at least a couple days.
Oh my God.
I'm a little broken right now. I apologize.
A little broken?
And no, we would need a bowyer to make a crossbow.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, yeah.
Holy shit! God, I don't even have to do anything tonight. Just put you on the spotlight.
Oh man. Alright. I guess we'll head back to Andros tomorrow then?
Yes.
Let's head back
We'll
to
be
the...
coming back on Jeros tomorrow, and if he doesn't have a crossbow for you, we will find a bowyer.
Let's head back to the tavern.
You head back to the tavern, empty-handed. You're sitting at the table, still nibbling on foods, watching the bard, looking through your book. And they come back in, empty-handed.
Oh, that was quick.
Crumb doesn't
Well-
have anything accessible for someone of my size, and the only other shop that apparently has anything is closed, and I think they might be owned by a tabaxi. there's designated nap times.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing at all. I forget who I'm talking to. I give Mongo a pat on the head.
Munger, there's nothing wrong with designated nap times. We just wish they wouldn't come in, 2-hour increments.
Okay, look, we've been over this. Some of that's just me conserving energy.
So you work your way out of the city into the forest. You guys could carry on.
I'm just going to the Tinkers Guild to
Okay.
probably get that bullet contract.
Okay.
And then also get some brown grease or something.
Yeah.
Wait, would I know what time Bolt closes up?
Probably about normal hours.
Okay, so she's probably getting pretty ready to close.
Yeah.
All right.
You ought to hit her probably tomorrow at some point. Yeah. So you guys could carry on amongst yourselves, remember, quietly. You head out into the forest, and eventually you do follow the markers that you're familiar with to find the actual camp.
Going to go to your coven.
Circle.
Circle.
Sort of circle, yes.
Sort of circle, makeshift circle.
Oval. It's an oval, not a circle.
A square, you've doled the sides.
Yes.
You will fit in a round hole. Dear God. Oh, apologies to everybody at home. We are not firing on all cylinders tonight.
For those playing the home game, this is called just absolute shitstorm.
No, everything seems to be working right now. It's not an absolute shitstorm.
The moon elf is there. The others are not.
Hello.
They look over at you. Oh, greetings.
I have come to ask some questions because my
Do we know about what
my
type
beast
of
book is not very
information from
helpful,
bandits before?
and me and my siblings are planning on doing some contracts for the Hunters Guild as well as the city.
Okay.
We should have a
So
list of
one of them is very dangerous. We realized this after getting more information. We're dealing with a bullet.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate for you. I would wait a while before you actually tackled that.
The only thing I can think of that would even be helpful would be try to talk to it, because I've only been able to do that a few times so far.
I personally, from experience, would not try to talk to a bullet. Law of nature says they're quite testy, and your best option, if it is a nuisance, is to lay it into the earth and move on.
So best option would be to leave it in the mines?
No. If the above ground dwellers want to utilize the mines, you're going to have to help them and be at peace with what you have to do.
We just don't know how to draw it out safely, because we would have to go into the mines
Yes.
to deal with it, and I'm not the most graceful.
They crack a smile at you.
Really not.
So you have 4 left feet.
Yes. Yes. I'm the uncoordinated Pony Express.
straight lines you
But
can deal.
I have had some luck with getting creatures to listen to me, at least. But as far as combat, I've only ever been able to deal damage to people.
Well, I recommend you try to keep a minimal distance away from this thing. If you have someone bigger than you, send them in front of you. A nice meaty target is a good idea for the bullet. while you deal with it from other directions. Try to get between its plates. You can possibly talk to one of those drastically creative gnomes, and maybe you can get it to eat something called TNT?
One other.
With him.
I met a gnome once. His name was Gummer. He often hunted exotic creatures and blew them up.
Gunner or Gummer?
Gummer.
Gummer.
The bacon wrapped TNT stick.
Oh my god, I just got the reference.
Wow.
The name.
Wow,
We'll
dude.
have to remember that, and we'll just jot down the name and TNT in a book. Have you heard anything about bandits in the area?
Oh, yeah, we've all kind of heard about that and hoping somebody deals with them because they're quite a blight on nature.
That is our second contract we have to deal with.
What would you like to know? I have limited information regarding them.
I just need to know how many there are, because it's just me and my
Very,
siblings.
very bad.
Me and my 4 siblings. One is a mouse folk, one is a kobold, one is a munchkin tabaxi, and then you have me and a dragonborn.
Either your mother or your father was very prolific.
No question.
Were they a bard?
We don't question. We don't question their life choices. We just kind of smile and, okay.
Alright, that works.
But mainly, we just need to know a rough estimate about how many there are, because some of the party is very small. And we haven't had much experience dealing with this sort of thing before where we're from.
I recommend causing as much chaos as you can and then picking them off as quickly as you can. I don't have an estimate on numbers. They have a fairly, I guess you could say, camp twice the size, maybe 3-4 times the size.
Awesome.
It's off in a distance. You can see the smoke at night. Some light from that camp. Some unearthly sounds that are very unpleasant.
Did it seem nature related? Or.
It seemed very against nature. And nature tends to stay away from that area. We've kind of talked amongst each other. The Furbolg sent his familiar there, and the Furbolg wouldn't say if the familiar would go in that area. It seems very unnatural. Even for bandits.
We will have to be very cautious then.
But chaos and disruption and removing them very quickly is the best option, I would say.
Looks like we will need to get some updated equipment.
If you said a kobold in your family,
Yes.
have them do what they do best and destroy everything. And break as many things as possible.
I believe my brother can manage that.
Kobolds are fascinating at causing mischief and destroying things.
My brother, Nikolai, the mouse folk, is actually very interested in helping him make interesting things, and sometimes those things break and do cause chaos.
Oh,
So,
perfect then.
so they will be very happy to hear this. And we will keep our distance from that.
The more chaos I'm assuming you can cause, the better in your odds it is.
Just got really, really fucking bad
Any
idea.
dangerous fauna or flora that we need to know about in the area, we're still very new.
idea.
There's a lot of the usual, bears, wolves. Well, I haven't seen too many wolves anymore. Mostly bears. of the sort. There has been a roaming group of owlbears you might want to be aware of.
Got it. I briefly read about owlbears, but I've never seen one.
They're large, angry, and very territorial, and will chase you across the entire continent unless you can get them to chase something else.
So is territorial or more territorial than the bullet?
Really?
Very much more.
Okay.
Really?
I heard a story once of a
Okay.
druid that tried to talk an owlbear out of torment in a town. The owlbear followed them across the ocean into another city.
Got it. Avoid owlbears. Don't get on their bad side. Ever.
Sister might be able to help with that. She's
Those were the only two
you need
things
a
I could
performance
really
in that,
think
is
of.
what you say.
It's just, I didn't know who else to ask. Because otherwise I was going to chance it and try to ask a falcon or a hawk nearby to see if they'd seen anything.
That could work too.
But I believe talking to an actual person would be so much easier.
It's a lot easier to communicate that way. But in this case, between the two options that you have, dealing with a bullet or a band of
Might be able to
bandits,
find it.
I would go with the bandits first.
That's what I was thinking too. Because the only other option that I had for the bullet was to lure it out with some kind of animal.
I probably will tomorrow.
A bullet more than
I don't
likely will
know
not leave
if
the
she's
mines
up
if
right
that is
now.
its
I
territory.
don't
It
know
will
the
stop
next
at the
schedule.
entrance and try to lure you in. But it's best to go into its territory and more of a direct approach.
Trust me, you do know. You see me when I'm not.
Just remember, you being a druid, you know animals very well. It knows its territory much better than you. So it's best to tread cautiously into its area.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And they offer you some good berries.
Nice.
I offer some of the freshly brewed tea that I made.
Okay. They take it and say some sort of prayer in their own language that you don't understand.
I will put the berries in my pack, bid them a good night, and then head on back to the tavern with my new information to share.
Alright. You guys are at the table listening to another bard. And you see Coin walk on stage and shove the bard off the stage, complaining about how terrible they are.
I was able to get the grease.
Yeah, easily.
Okay. So I've got enough like brown grease to just roll over with my whole body.
Yeah, you got like
So,
this round container.
That much
that-
grease.
It's almost like you carrying a barrel of grease.
Uh-huh.
To a normal person, it's like normal sized.
It's like, like full
Yeah.
ounce bottle can or something. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
Presumably it's dirty used grease,
yeah,
which is actually good because it'll just smell like dirt.
yeah.
so probably a little bit of important thing we should probably talk about, but we might want to wait until Kyan gets back. It involves that
Last will and testament.
well, no, but it does involve a little bit about the other kobolds that we met earlier.
Oh yes, the rude one.
Oh,
She did bring up
Rude one, I thought he
very
was brilliant.
important points that perhaps we should probably listen to.
Which was
We probably shouldn't be using our actual names.
Hi.
Well, she said that some places names hold a lot of power, and it's better to have an alias, apparently.
Okay.
well, you guys have been calling me Mongo for years.
We'd still call you that, but whenever we're working, an alias perhaps.
Brother, that is an alias.
That is true. But they...
His name
You
is
fucking forgot my name again,
wrong.
didn't you?
No, I know your name.
Son of a.
Would you like me to recite it for you?
As you hear from outside the tavern a very loud mongo over the actual bard, and you see Coin start giving you daggers.
Sorry.
She's like, "I'll come over there, give you a once-over, and you're not going to forget it because you're going to be tailless."
My tail wraps around.
We'll talk more about it later.
Okay.
Gonna walk in and get with the rest of the group.
One of the bar matrons comes over and sits down it's almost like a dog bed, but it's like a pillow. It's for you to basically flop down on and be comfortable at the table. It's very nice and soft and squishy.
Thank you.
It's like a very nice squishy pillow.
Okay, so news.
Okay.
We go for the
Keep it down, coins on.
bandits first.
Okay.
And nature does not approach their area at all.
Huh.
When I spoke to one of the druids, they said that there's something very unnatural about them.
Oh,
Not nature related,
Great.
but said that when another druid had sent out their familiar, she wouldn't say whether the familiar would approach or not.
You know, that does give me a really...
And this will make both of yous very happy. She did say that the more chaos to get rid of them, the better.
Well, I can totally do that.
Because they are taking whole advantage of nature and just ruining it.
So I can set everything on fire?
She said the more chaos, the better.
I'll set everything on
And
fire.
with the bullet, we have to be direct in our approach. We can't lure it out.
Oh, so we just have to go say, we're here.
We have to go in and get it because
here.
they will
Come get
not
us.
leave their territory. They will go to the entrance and look at you to lure you in. And there's no talking to it either.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I didn't think so.
And to get rid of it, you do have to get between its plating.
Oh, okay.
So you have to be that direct.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
There's one tiny, really important thing I think we all kind of forgot about for a bit. Remember what that one traveler had mentioned before? Supposedly there is a witch somewhere in those woods. I'm wondering if that unnatural thing has something to do with that.
Or did they just start rumors about it?
Which is like more into natural
were-
stuff.
I wouldn't think all of them would be. Because you know that people do get corrupted.
It is possible. See if I pull up my journal.
So I think the two of you and me can help make me look like a regular field mouse.
Yes, apparently there is a.
Bring up the TNT part.
There may possibly be a very dangerous hag in the forest.
Oh,
You don't want to travel at night.
I just remembered one more thing. There's a gentleman we could speak to named Gummer? A gnome? Apparently we could try some kind of powder to get the bullet to eat it called TNT.
TNT. Fire.
It's like like explodes.
Manga, you can do a check on that there.
Can I do?
No.
Oh.
plus
Be wisdom. Because you're trying to remember something.
12.
12. You're thinking for a moment, you scratch your head a little bit, and then you're like, oh.
I think I have another idea.
Oh my god, how many ideas are we going to have?
This one's both really bad, but if it works, it could be so much fun. So if we can get a hold of some of that powder, pack it into something, and we get that. What the fuck did you call the big arrow firing thingy that you have?
The ballista?
That. If we can tie some of that with some of the powder, launch it up, let it fall down, that will cause a lot of fucking chaos.
That would definitely cause chaos.
And probably thin out the hood a bit.
I both like and hate this idea because so much can go wrong.
Augie just looks defeated and terrified.
No, I like this idea. I'm thinking, what if we bring the cart with us, mount up the ballista, and then have you and Cayenne riding around the camp, firing off these shots, spraying down hell and everything, as me, Nikolai, and Mungo head in and just take out whatever we can.
Well,
It could
That
work.
could work.
my most effective way to cause chaos is to use the produce flame, and just light everything and everyone on fire.
Well, yes, after we rain down a few of the boom arrows.
But that would cause them to scatter before everything's on fire.
Well, yes, but then you go up to what's left and light them on fire.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Fucking arson here.
oh yeah. I'm totally going with that.
I don't know.
Which
if
makes
it's
sense
such
because
a
we're
good-
basically
okay.
just arsing around.
It's not a bad idea, but at the same time, it is a bad idea.
Well, that's what he said.
Because there is potential that it could backfire on us, but also, what if we
You
set
have
the
to be
forest
quiet,
on
right?
fire?
You hear someone lean against the table. Coin's like, great plan, guys. Nice of you to share it in public.
Fuck.
You guys are really a bunch of idiots at adventuring, aren't you? Except for the horse. She's cool.
I believe we're
Although-
going with the term,
Mongo did say that we were trying to be quiet.
He did.
I don't think anybody actually rolled for that.
You're
though.
just talking very loud, which implies that you're
I'm
not being
very
quiet.
tiny.
inexperienced. And I'm very sorry about ruining your performance. Again.
Right.
Hey, Clay, while we got you,
Yes.
do you know how to maybe, or can you maybe give me some pointers on being a field mouse?
She looks down at herself.
You're a fantastic actress. I just wondered if you could give me some of that knowledge. I am trying to persuade.
Trying to persuade Coin. Oh boy.
You're trying to persuade the bard.
Oh my god.
Persuasion. 18.
She looks at you and she's like, I don't buy it one bit that you're a field mouse. You're more like an oversized rat from a large city.
Yeah. That's why I was asking for help.
Yeah, you'd have to be about half your size.
Yeah, I understand that. But I'm just talking about, like, how they move and stuff. You know? So that,
They
If we were
walk
to-
on all fours.
yeah.
They
do that.
scurry about.
Okay, so
Like
kind of like
a-
random kind of movements?
Have you thought about just studying one of the rats in the city to see how they move?
Or just read a book about mice
Sister
and rats.
probably knows. How do you know nothing about them?
You've helped me.
Hello!
Sentient version of one of them.
I'm not. I'm not.
You are basically
field mouse or
you're
rat.
basically a mouse on two legs
I
that
look like
speaks, and you literally wear clothes.
one. Yeah, no.
Actually, he
do the
kind
same.
of looks like an oversized dinner to me, but that's besides the point.
Oh, trust me, he does not like it when you do that.
Oh.
Yes. These
He
two
does
types-
not.
Either.
These
3 tried to eat me before.
To be fair, we were all very, very little. Instinct is a very fickle thing.
I have not tried to eat you before.
I swear to God, he's
me.
never fucking forgiven us for that. Since we were children.
Have you ever had Passover rodent? It's delicious, especially if it's curated.
So you got no particular pointers you can give me?
They've basically given you all the pointers.
Okay. So putting this brown grease all over me is a good first step.
I'd avoid flame if I were you doing that.
I
Then you're going to be a hairless and roasted dinner.
Well, shucks.
Oh, for an alias, we can call him Smokey.
I have an idea.
No, because you'd have to try to prevent forest fires as opposed to the fucking awesomeness.
I believe I may have an idea, and it would actually require your help, Cayenne.
Maybe we should discuss that while
In the
somebody's
room?
not performing.
Exactly, in the room.
Oh, I'm not performing. I've been done for a little bit. Yeah, the missing coin's coming out of your purse, and I've already taken it.
Damn!
I go to check.
You're missing a few coins.
Approximately how much?
Yeah, enough. It's only like 3 gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. 3 of this region, or...
I only have our home region.
Damn.
It's 30 gold pieces.
So talking about plans should be done more secluded.
Oh, look, you actually found that brain that you have rattling around in there.
I've never done anything like
Why
this
do
before.
you think that when I talk about anything with anybody, I never do it in front of a group of people or in a public?
That was also part of the other thing I wanted to talk once everybody was gathered together about. That involved our rogue friends that we met.
Acquaintance,
She
you mean?
didn't seem like a friend.
Not a
More
friend
of
of
an
mine.
acquaintance, yes.
Not
Yeah.
the friend of mine, nor will be.
She didn't say
Will
anything
remain an
nice to anybody.
acquaintance.
It's
Yeah.
not a friend.
I thought she was perfectly amazing. I don't know what you guys have a problem with.
I'm just not going to make friends with a person who's rude to me. She'll remain an acquaintance. I'll stay nice. But if she says another rude word to me, I'm kicking her in the face.
I don't know. Admittedly, she was a little bit scarier than Augie.
Still
You
kick her
weren't
in the
there.
face. I actually was there.
Not when I first met her. That was terrifying.
What is
I
coin?
actually,
Spit it out,
we were
brother.
all there.
Well,
You guys met,
one, I
long
feel like I
after.
need to do something to apologize, but we'll get to that in a minute. You've been here for a while, yes?
Yeah, it's kind of my home city.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, probably a pretty good while then. We kind of got stuck. You know what? Lesson learned. We should probably go somewhere a little less surrounded by others.
Good boy.
To the room.
So she follows you up to your room. She paces the room a little bit, checking corners, other things, windows.
What you checking for?
Oh, it's not trapped and I'm going to die a horrible death.
Why would we do that?
You think we would do that to you?
One can't be too cautious.
Okay.
That's exactly what the rogue
Right.
said.
Yeah.
She finds the most comfortable spot in the room and flops down on it.
I imagine that's probably my spot.
Cayenne's just gonna stay on her bed.
So I assume that you've heard about the little bandit issue.
Yeah.
Are they friends of yours?
No.
Good. Because we apparently have to take care of the problem?
She sits up. She's like, listen here. Them bandits, I don't like them much because they're kind of putting a damper on the business.
And you're performing?
You don't have many travelers coming to the city because there's a bandit issue.
Ah,
You could say they're abandoning this route.
I don't suppose you know how many of them there are.
Why the fuck in the gods would I leave a cozy city and go out into nature and possibly die?
Well, I didn't assume
There's
that you
no-
went out there. I assumed somebody told
Oh,
you.
look! There's coin in the wild! Let's go catch it! No, coin doesn't grow in the wild, it's in cities. You fucking idiot!
Rookies.
Amateur rookie at most for you.
Fair enough.
You're not even worthy of the word amateur. It's amateur.
Give me time. I'll be great eventually. I just figured somebody might try to talk to you and you might get information.
You know, I try to avoid bandits because they don't pay well and they don't do anything. They do visit the local whorehouse, though, and I find it very unfortunate for them. Although, from what I've heard from Sally, they don't visit too much anymore. It's been less frequent. Less and less frequent as time goes on.
Might have to check them out. See if they have any information.
We might have a head count, possibly.
Possibly.
Not an accurate one, but it'll give us an idea.
Doubtful.
Number of individuals.
If it's the same ones visiting all the time, you're not going to get a head count.
Yeah, but you get the number of individuals.
Yeah, they might talk. We can ask.
I will warn you, though, if you're going to go to a whorehouse and ask questions, you're going to need to get upfront coin to get said information. They don't really just give it out without cost.
Bribery. Got it.
It's not bribery, it's exchange.
What's the
Fair
going
enough.
rate?
Buying information.
Usually about 1 gold piece per piece of information.
Alrighty.
And depending how important the information is.
Fair enough.
She reaches in her pack and she pulls out a guitar and starts playing.
That means if these bandits are or were fairly frequent visitors, meaning that they would be on
might be
sort
a
of
few.
kind of a VIP list, meaning it may cost more than 1 gold piece to get
It also might
any
mean that there's
information.
fewer of them. If they're not going as frequent, or times are not going so well for them.
So, Scat, help me find out how flammable this
oh.
grease is.
Take out my tinder box.
Who is that other? The
I'm
gnome
gonna take a little bit of it and put it in
Mm-hmm.
like a metal tray.
with the powder. What'd you call it?
Gummer.
Gummer.
Oh, he's from the capital city.
Oh, so not here.
He travels around and takes care of big monstrous issues. Last I heard, he was on another continent hunting some sort of worms.
How long ago was that?
Worms.
Okay.
How long ago was that?
Yeah,
What's
about
the
a
name of
month
the
ago.
powder that he used? TNT.
Oh. What?
You don't know where to get that, do you?
Maybe the rodent might know?
The rodent. Me?
Or, in this case, Meals on Wheels.
Oh, I'm gonna remember that
Small
one.
and
Because you look like a
Look like food.
you look like what would normally be eaten by anything bigger than you.
Let's face it, you're basically an overgrown rat.
Hey!
I've seen bigger. I visited the capital city. There was a rat bigger than Mungo over there.
That's
Just as fat, too.
Oi!
With a giant walking rat once. That was scary.
I'm fluffy, not fat. There's a fucking difference.
Not much. Fluffy is what happens in the wintertime.
Is there a bucket of water I can drop on?
What you are is, a shape.
For every pound of me, that's just one more. It's just more of me to love.
Gallon of water weighs 8 pounds. I can easily pick up a bucket of water.
with Mage Hand to drench him and see how fluffy he is.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Do a sleight of hand.
It's okay. It's okay, little brother, as she pats Mongo on the head. Round is still a shape.
It's a very useful shape sometimes.
Let's see. Oh, you're going to see this one coming. That's a 9.
Do a dash check there.
Yeah, I think I got this. What am I adding to it?
Your dex.
Dex save.
Oh, is
Dex
that
check.
all? 18.
You hear the tipping of a bucket, you instantly are just off to the side as it's splashed all over the floor.
Well, hey, you said you were fluffy. I wanted to see how fluffy you were.
You're cleaning that up by yourself.
It's just water.
I like that idea.
You're cleaning that up by yourself.
As weird as this may sound, this is just another day in the week for us.
Coin, she just sighs a little bit. She's like, she just plucks a few strings, and you see a few actual, like, physical notes float through the air, and they just kind of turn to dust, and you see the water swirl and go back into the bucket.
So in the morning, I'll go to the Thinkers Guild and see if anybody knows about TNT.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah,
I'm
still
dropping
learning. How do you do that?
You just play the instrument, and it kind of, you will it to happen, and it happens.
Right, musical magic. More weird magical mumbo jumbo.
I pull out my drum.
Roll a performance.
Oh boy.
At disadvantage.
Oh,
That didn't sound good.
oh for fuck's sake. I rolled a 5 and a 15.
Ah,
Yeah.
so it's
So performance 10.
You start
Right in the middle.
you start bopping the drum, and you hear someone down the hall at Tabaxi going, "Oi! Stop murdering that instrument!" Coin's like, "Yep, I have to agree. Any worse, and you might actually put somebody in the grave."
wow.
Put it away. Clearly I need to practice, apparently.
Maybe you should try different talent.
You are pretty handy with your cards.
True.
Alrighty.
But you wouldn't happen to know where we can get any of that TNT stuff, would you?
The wannabe field mouse might have an idea. You're from the Tinkerers Guild, aren't
Yes.
you? Okay, there you go.
Which is what I just said. I was going to go there in the morning.
Easily solved. She stands up. All right. Well, it's past my nap time. I'm going to head out. And she just walks out the door.
I was going to go to work. Bye.
Thank you.
See you abouts.
Hopefully.
Don't die too much.
Wait a minute. There's different levels of dying. It's like, if you're dead, you're dead, right?
Apparently
more dead or less dead.
Apparently not in out on the island from where my people come from.
What?
They get together every year and it's a big bloody battle. They kill each other and resurrect themselves if they want to be.
What the heck?
That sounds insane. And right up your fucking alley.
That explains a lot of things, actually.
All the more reason. Don't make me mad. I like to be calm, cool, and collected.
We like it when you like that. Trust me, there's 6 reasons why we don't like making you mad.
It's actually pretty handy whenever the anger is directed not at us and against our enemy. But it is nice when she's more happy.
Alrighty. So batten down the hatches for the night and then
Well, yeah, but also, now that Kyan is here, perhaps we can talk about a little bit of what the rogue told us. So, yeah, We definitely don't want to be caught out in the forest at night if there really is a hag out there. Because it would be very, very bad for us.
Speaking of nighttime, the druid did say, and this pertains to the bandits, at night, she said that you can see the smoke. And based off the alcove where I had gone, it is, I believe she said, twice, if not 3 times the size.
How big is that?
Probably about the size of a small village.
The size of a small
fucking
village.
wonderful.
Oh, so this is basically more than just an outpost. It's literally a stronghold.
Dozen or so people.
Lots of boom arrows. Got it.
No, but she did say that you could see the smoke from their camp at night, so that could give us a exact location where they are.
Any ideas on what type of wildlife there is in the area?
There's normally bears. Of course, there's field mice. You see those. Just your typical, like, birds, but there's been more bears than there have been wolves recently. But that's all she told me.
Okay, that's not too bad.
So we have a way to find the camp.
Well, we do have a way to find the camp. It's potentially dangerous, but it could work.
Another idea. What if we go like really early in the morning where they'll still probably be sleeping? It's still dark enough to see like the smoke from the fire, but the hag's already done a business for the night.
Like just before dawn?
Yes, if we can catch them off guard,
Yeah.
the ensuing chaos that we can cause may be to our benefit.
There's just one tiny little problem with that.
There's a lot of fucking problems with this.
We still need to go and gather our supplies, and none of the places open until weird times.
We have our own stuff, brother.
Brother,
We took out
nobody
4 of
said
these
going
guys.
before we get our supplies.
I figured you were thinking about going tomorrow morning.
Why the fuck would we...
I don't know, Malgo.
Okay,
You
new house
over
rule,
here.
you two are no longer allowed to hit him in the head, ever.
Please stop. Yeah.
I don't care what he fucking does. The arms, the stomach,
Just give him a
the
little
feet,
kick on
don't
the butt,
care.
okay? Less
stomp on
dangerous.
his tail, no more head injuries.
I'll just hog tie him to my back so he can't do nothing no more. Does that work? I'll just hog tie him to the side of my harness and make him look like a duffel bag.
That'll work. And when we're getting equipment, fuck helmet.
You were saying about the rogue, by the way.
So, according to what they were mentioning, in some places, using your actual name is not a very smart thing to do. Apparently, names can hold a lot of power. And because of that, it might be good to actually have aliases.
And with Coin's behavior when she was in our room, that makes more sense than anything. Because she did prove a point. Anyone could be watching, anyone could be listening at any time.
That's exactly what the
If
rogue
you
said.
use the same name in every town you go to, people are going to remember you. They can remember certain things about you, how you speak, how you walk, what you wear, or what color you are. Any kind of scars you have, any kind of paint you put on your body. People remember that stuff.
I get that. But we're not going into this town and, like, ransacking the town, are we?
No,
We want them to remember us?
Well, here's the other thing to that, though. Take note from the contract that we picked up. If that's just from touching it, what could happen if something has our name?
I don't know. What can happen?
Don't know.
They know
That's-
who to call you by.
I don't know.
Like, you know, hey,
Well,
George
being
makes a
just
lot more
mite
sense if
too
you're George.
paranoid.
Go ahead and do intelligence checks, guys.
Yeah.
Intelligence
I
checks.
have no way to do this other than...
Oh, lordy.
I get the point, you know, metagame wise, but...
19.
Motherfucker,
Ten.
10, 19,
21.
21.
I think Nikolai still has no idea what you're getting at. That'd be a 10.
10. What about you, Augie?
2 seconds.
Alrighty.
I'm still wondering why this is like me, the player, is still wondering why this is like this big thing. That's a whole 5.
Augie, you're literally just as a player looking at him like, why is this an issue? But the rest of you kind of look at each other and like, we can just use nicknames
Yeah.
that we've always been using, not just the full name.
Like, you guys call me Nick all the time. Or Mouse Boy.
Pipsqueak.
Meals on wheels.
Wheels down. That's just more like a meal in a wheel, right?
Squeak worse.
Just squeak or ink or something like that. Something to do with tinkering.
Gears.
Gears.
Gear.
Okay, sure.
Well, we do already call Mongo when we already know his actual name.
I'm still not convinced you do.
Melting on Moon's gentle oasis.
He can use such big words, I'm so proud.
I
I go to hug him.
You get hugged as you go to flick, and you're just enveloped in the fluff.
He's fluffy.
It's
I'm
like
gonna squeeze exactly how fluffy.
it's like sinking into a very fluffy pillow.
Oh, he's very fluffy. He's very skinny. He's kind of scrawny.
Well, that's scrawny. I have +1 in strength.
Be very trim and light. Alrighty. So, what are the plans in the morning? I'm going to go to the Tinker's Guild, see if they know anything about this TNT shit. That's all I got planned.
I'm headed to Adros, gathering supplies and possibly to replace this cheap little thing.
Why don't we check the supplies that we already have before buying stuff? Because we took out 4 of those guys. One of them had a bow.
Because I still don't have the list that has all the stuff.
Yeah.
So we check there, see what we do have, see what we need, other than a helmet.
So, out of character. I don't have a list. So we
Stop.
don't know.
We know this. But we can still go check. And get said list. So, I'm going to spend a couple hours with my machine, try to improve it a little bit, go from there.
Dude.
Disappear into the corner, tinker on my machine.
I am going to go ahead and head to bed.
Study the book.
Read a little bit more on the bullet and then go to sleep.
Augie, anything?
No, just her plan in the morning is to go help Scav find materials and
A helmet?
So and a helmet.
Yep, somebody's been requesting that for kind of a while now.
As heavy cast iron as possible.
No, we don't want to do that because then if it gets heated, it'll bake.
Well, that's true.
We don't want a scrambled egg.
Oh, can that be his nickname? Scrambles.
Oh.
Wow.
We can get a couple rolls to
Yep.
improve.
Roll
or
tinkering.
Enhance.
Nothing for tonight. Just going to head to bed.
Yep.
How many
If
times
I
can I
find
roll?
anything
2.
of note in the book.
Do an investigation.
Oh.
19 on 1.
That's a 9?
A 9.
Yeah.
You,
I think that's the answer to.
yeah. You actually curl up in the book and just go to sleep.
Fair enough.
And 13 on the second.
13. You kind of start to decide to, instead of like actually doing improvements on it, you do make one improvement. You take the grease that you were provided, and you do start to run a hose up one of the arms and attach the grease so it shoots out and just creates a flamethrower.
Sweet!
Oh, God.
You haven't built the flamethrower yet. You're kind of figuring out the plans and the pieces on where to attach things.
Okay.
But you do fall asleep inside your little cockpit.
Are you a mouse folk or a firebug?
Firebug.
Next morning comes. And you you see him just start kind of like makeshift placing things on what to do.
What am I looking at? What am I looking at, Nikolai?
Once
Why
I
did
get
you
it,
wake me
once I
up?
get it all figured out, I can throw fire at someone.
You can already do that, though. Can't
Yeah,
you?
but I have to be outside the thing. And that's the produced flame is just like one spot. This will be a stream of fire.
You guys will start to
You
wake up,
scare me so. You know,
and you awaken to the sound of Nikolai saying "stream of fire."
I don't think I like where this is going.
Check it out! It's so cool.
brother, little brother. Sometimes you
Stop
you
calling
scare
me that.
me.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Promise me you're not going to stream in the room.
Well, that would be dumb.
At least he's willing to admit it.
Oh, God. What happened? When did we lose track of him? And why does it burn when he makes a stream?
Maybe visited the whorehouse?
Apparently,
I thought we were going to go there later. I thought that has to happen before.
But if we visited too, we may get a stream of fire too.
Oh my god!
Really bad for
Talking
you.
about.
apparently,
Someone at the warehouse can tell me how to stream fire, make this thing work better.
Oh my
Cool.
god!
You're so pretty. As I and just do this to Nikolai. You're so pretty.
You take away your hand and it's just covered in oil.
Well, how
Just
flammable
smeared
is the
across his
grease?
nose. You can keep that.
Because Scav and I tested how flammable the grease is.
Oh, it's highly flammable.
Oh, fuck.
All right. Take it back to the tinker shop. Put it back on the shelf. Not going to use that. Need some other idea. Maybe some powder, like some rust powder. That'll work.
When he mentions powder, I'm going to search through my plant book.
Okay.
Go see if I can find any informations about dyes.
Isn't iron oxide also flammable?
I don't know. Maybe.
if you get a large amount of flour put it together, it's fine.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
I'm not trying to catch myself on fire. I'm trying to disguise my
No,
body
I'm thinking
and not
Maybe-
catch myself on fire.
Maybe instead of grease, you could use like a dye or something,
Ah.
like possibly made from a plant.
Ooh. Got any ideas on that?
Let me check my book and see.
What if we get like a really, really big fan and a lot of flour?
Do a nature check.
Turn on the fan, let the
I'll,
flour kind of
Okay, I'll take
blow
that.
out, and then spark it.
23.
23. You do actually find a section in the book that
Cause
does
a bit of
discuss
chaos, won't it?
basic dyes and how to make them.
What color are you trying to be?
I don't know. Forest color.
So green?
Or greenish, brownish. Brown and green.
Most field mice are like a honeyish brown,
Okay, so brown.
but there are some that are the color you are now.
Yeah, but I'm big. Field mice are just
We
this big.
could possibly make a dye, like a temporary dye out of like charcoal or something.
Yeah.
What about a forest rat color? He's a little bit too big to be a field mouse, but a forest rat.
Typically black or black brown.
Okay. Okay.
So charcoal maybe mixed with like henna.
Ooh, what's that?
It's like a brown, like dirt brown type of powder that's used to make temporary like paint markings and stuff.
Ah.
Oh, government.
So make some black and mix some brown and then put it all over my body in random.
Yes, just avoid the eyes and the nose because it can be irritating.
Okay.
Yeah, so can he. So it works.
Well, I'm going to take this idiot, and we're going to go to the general store now. Grab
you wanna go
Scav
there
by the
too?
collar and start walking downstairs to
Check our
breakfast,
cart
and then on the
first,
way.
sister.
As they head out the door closes before you can get it out.
God.
You guys head over to the general store, and you're actually there when it does open. Do you guys head in?
Yep.
Okay. So, you want just general supplies, yes?
Well, I'm looking to
Or do you-
replace my little slingshot. This thing, it's useful, but it doesn't really help a whole lot. I was kind of useless against those bandits. At least until I got a hold of the ballista, but that thing is extremely unwieldy. I can't exactly go running around with that everywhere, you know?
Mm-hmm. Shopkeep,
The
do
shopkeep
you
is
have
already standing there. Both his hands are on the table. He's got a monocle.
crossbows,
Very,
slings?
very pristinely dressed tabaxi that's just like a brownish cream color.
Ding, ding, ding. Whoever in the chat said it was a tabaxi, there you go.
Yeah. Called it.
But do you have crossbows, slings?
Bolts.
I have a selection of them. Based off your coin, look, and presentation, I'm guessing you're a poor riffraff, so I will roll out the discount pile.
Or riffraff. I'm gonna take a single gold from our region's coins and put it on the table. Would you care to say that again?
Yes, riffraff. Give me 10 more of these and I might upgrade your status in my opinion.
Do I actually have 10 more?
I have quite a few actually.
Oh, and you brought one of those munchkin things along with you. That doesn't get you any favors.
It should. Because to be entirely honest, we're fucking fantastic.
Fantastic at being useless. Anyway,
Oh.
I will show you the discounted good pile. They walk through, they walk out, they walk down the hall. There's just this like table with dust on it and all these things that have been reduced in price.
There you go. There's your selection.
What exactly am I looking at right now?
Oh, you see things that are... What got your attention there, buddy? Hi. Yeah, there's your general goods of, like, basic crossbows and bows and arrows. Some discounted armor as well. A few of them have holes in it.
But still function.
Yep.
Do we see a kettle helm?
Yeah.
The,
Brilliant, put it on his head, see if
the
it
armor
fits.
with holes in it, does it look like it used to be worn by a cleric or a paladin or something?
No.
I just want to know if it was holy armor!
God.
Literally, the helmet you find is literally a kettle that has been carved out to be a helmet.
Oh, that is so scav.
No.
The spigot's been removed for a snout to stick out.
That is so fucking you, brother.
It ain't gonna fit. You have to cut it up a bit more.
You can't do that. She's amazing. Try it on.
Not exactly the most perceptive, are you, brother? I don't think you understand. The horns are a pain in the ass when it comes to helmets. Let me take a look at some of these crossbows and such. How banged up are they?
They're not. They're basically your introductory things that you get in a training camp.
So starting equipment.
Yeah.
It's a crossbow.
See,
Weird question.
I've built one better than this.
And it broke, so you don't have one anymore.
So how's it better?
Do you happen to have anything a little bit more efficient?
It's not
Yes.
efficient if it snaps the first couple of times you use it.
Hey, it lasted a very long time. Thank you very much.
All of these goods are tested by the local guards. They are functional and they will do their jobs. And they're within your price range.
Do I see anything on the table that might be able to launch like a small vial?
Yeah, there's a sling on the table.
Grab the sling.
Do you know how to use that?
Do I? I'm pretty sure I've seen Scav use it, so.
You see me use slingshots.
For a wizard, I believe a slingshot is a proficient weapon.
A sling is proficient, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so you would know how to
You
use
can
it.
throw rocks at people.
Yeah.
Not quite what I had in mind, but not that far off.
Pop rocks? Yeah.
So let's take a look and see what kind of crossbows is currently here.
It's just all, like,
Starter
basically
equipment.
starting equipment.
Okay, that's why I'm asking, because you have your hand crossbow, which is starter, you have a light crossbow, and you have heavy crossbow.
It's a general goods store. They have the selection that you need.
Alright. So, I guess I'll look for pick up a light crossbow and see how it feels.
You pick it up. If the one you pick up is actually too big for you, pick up one that's more your size.
How much?
50 silver. It's on the price tag.
50 silver?
And you see the price on each bolt is 1 silver.
For a bolt or bolt box
Or a
bolts?
single bolt.
Yeah.
What the hell?
What are
Right.
you gonna,
We're leaving.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pass. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna be able to find better stuff.
Yeah, you're getting scammed is what's happening. Now we're leaving.
Oh, I can tell.
Goodbye.
Paying for quality goods that have been tested by the guards.
1 silver for a single bolt is not paying for quality goods. That is getting scammed. Thank you. Goodbye.
It's not iron, it's
And-
steel.
Gently nudge my brothers out the door.
I'm already leaving.
I throw the sling back.
Okay.
Pull up the notebook and take that off.
Once we're
Not this
out the door.
place.
Augie, weren't we gonna sell some of the stuff that we got from those one fuckers?
Not here.
What are you doing, Cayenne?
I'm basically gonna be in the tavern getting food and reading more in my book.
I wonder if we may be able to speak with the Tinkerers Guild. Perhaps they might have some things that they'd be willing to sell.
I'm already
You
there.
need a weapon, not some contraption that's going to fall apart if you use it wrong.
Well, actually, there was another thing that I was thinking, and the Tinker's Guild Nikolai might be able to actually help with this.
That's
So,
a
I was-
terrifying thought.
Look, I fully admit that all my ideas are, well, usually fun, but
You guys still haven't really looked at all the gear you got from the bandits.
that's what I was trying
That's
to kind
where
of
we're
Yeah.
heading now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
with.
So, I guess we'll make our way to the cart? What do you
Yeah.
think? Yeah?
Well, if you guys want to go check out the card, I can go see how Nikolai's doing over at the Tinker's thing.
I
Why don't you
figured
go
that
do that?
I would definitely like to go and see the Tinker's Guild as well, because perhaps they might be able to make this little thing a little bit stronger.
What little thing?
My little slingshot.
It's a strap of leather.
They might be able to turn it into like a little crossbow or something stronger than this.
So you go with Scav to the Tinker's place. Or Scav, do you go with Augie?
Well, if the cart is on the way, we can stop there first. But if the guild is on the way first, we can stop with the guild first.
They're in two opposite directions.
Yeah.
I'll be going to the cart.
I'll go to the guild.
I'll go
Okay.
with the guild too then.
Alright. Augie, you're solo.
Yep.
So,
See if there's
yeah.
a helmet that'll fit him.
I'm sure Augie could fashion something.
I don't know. I've asked more than a few times.
A space helmet.
You know, according to the actual D&D Beyond, it's not that much of highway robbery for those bolts. It's like twice as much.
Yeah.
For bolts, that's a stack of 10.
Yeah.
Case is 20.
Yeah. They're doing them one per.
Yeah, well, 10 silver is 1 gold, and that's how much.
Anyway, you guys get to the Tinker's Guild and head inside. You see a mage there, talking to the shopkeep. The mage is like, just, talking back and forth about something.
We'll wait our turn.
Yeah.
So, am I talking to someone at the Tinker's Guild?
You're just searching the shelves.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'll find the boss guy. What was his name again?
He's actually talking to the mage.
Oh, okay.
Hey, brother.
Oh, hey. What you doing here?
Looking for you and research for another harebrained idea of mine.
Well, I'm just waiting to talk to Horizon. He's busy with that guy.
And you see another mage come in, and this mage just has to duck to come into the building. He walks over to the other mage. Almost like a stone giant sized
fuck.
mage. Wearing very elegant robes. And
So undistressed.
and the guildmaster just looks at him and just nods and talks to the other mage, and they talk amongst themselves, and you see him open up like this almost like a small portal, and they reach in and they pull out what essentially looks like a Gatling gun, and you see them load a scroll onto it, and it locks into place. And they talk amongst each other. They're like, and they just talk amongst each other, and
Is Horizon currently talking to them right now?
yeah.
Okay.
Then they exchange a large sum of coin, not like an actual bag of coins, but blocks of melted coin.
Gold bars.
They're platinum.
Platinum bars.
Oh.
Good lord.
Yeah.
Well then.
And they just take it apart, disassemble it, and you see him take the pieces back into the door that you're not familiar with, into the Tinker's Guild. And both the mages shake his hand, and they both open a portal and go through it.
Fuck, I was gonna ask him what that thing was.
He's like, oh,
Hello, Horizon.
hello.
So, one, I guess I will accept that bullet contract because we have to go deal with the bullet sometime soon.
Alright. He reaches under the table, takes it out, sets it on the table. Alright.
Okay.
Done.
And
Is there a time limit on that? How long we have to get it done?
Just get it done within a timely order. That's all.
don't take years to do it.
We don't have restrictions on other certain guilds that require you to do it within time. Although sometimes we do have things that are time sensitive, but those are more important contracts.
And secondly, we've heard these rumors of a guy named Gummer who uses this thing called TNT. Can we get some?
No.
No.
I wouldn't be opposed to you making it and pointing you in the direction of making it, but you're not going to make it within these walls because you are unexperienced. You can commission it some to be made, and we can have some made for you.
So you have none on hand?
I'm not saying we do or don't.
Okay.
It's highly volatile,
Okay.
and it will be delivered to you outside of the walls of the city.
Oh, it's that bad.
So if I wanted to purchase some, how much would it cost?
1 platinum per ounce.
How many ounces does one need to blow something up? Like the middle of a town. Not this town. Not this town.
He's giving you this look like,
A bandit outpost.
shh. So, let me put two and together because I'm not an idiot. You're going to take care of the bandit problem and you want to try to blow them up.
Yes.
Okay.
I really hope you don't work with them. Because then we just told them our plan.
Look, a few ounces will be more than enough on arrowheads to probably cause a certain amount of chaos. Since you're unexperienced with it, I will gladly sell you an ounce at the most. Because, frankly, I don't want you guys to, as a bunch of kids, blow yourselves up into 1,000
He's
pieces.
not a bad guy.
I appreciate the concern. It really do.
Do not let that kobold anywhere near it.
Yeah, fucking obvious.
I think he's going to be the one firing it, using it.
If anything, let the rodent near it.
There's a little town light on fire. Get the fuck out.
Distance before lighting it.
Like, how far away should I be? Hey, jeez. I can light it on fire. Like 30 feet away.
That might be proficient if you have cover.
Okay.
How big of a fireball are we talking here?
Well, the more of it there is, I imagine the bigger the boom.
That does make sense.
So we want to use some of this stuff?
Yeah, but we're only going to get a small amount.
Which
It's
is
not a
more
bad
than
idea.
enough.
Might as well try to get a little bit of... But I also had another question. I don't know if I could do this here or not, but where could I get some varying supplies to mix together for a variety of...
So 1 ounce, 1 stick of TNT can blow up a 12-inch stump.
Jesus, that'll crack some fucking chaos.
1 gram of TNT is equal to 4,000 joules of explosive.
So we
You're looking
get
at
it
a-
out so we can blow up enough.
You're looking at a sizable explosion with a stick of TNT.
Alrighty.
Okay. So yeah, get one of those. Basically, I'm trying to lean on my potion maker background to mix some shit together into vials and then launch those to add to the chaos and also maybe give me some kind of fucking offense.
Oh, like some acid or something?
Whatever I'm actually allowed to make. Whether it be acid or other just like something that goes boom or like a flash bomb or fucking whatever I'm allowed to actually make.
Yeah, you would talk to Polta about that.
Okay.
So you guys are going to continue talking to the guildmaster about this. That's where we're going to leave that off.
All I need is from the group whether or not we're going to get
Yeah. Augie, you're going to go to investigate the cart, so we'll jump over to you because we're running short on time.
Yep. Alright, so as she's looking around the cart, she is looking for crossbows, bows, slings.
There are 2 bows, quite a few broken arrows, a few intact arrows. There are 4 swords, 2 daggers, and you might want to be writing this down. And armor that has seen better days, obviously, from what you guys did to it.
Mongo could mend it.
Yeah. So 4 sets of armor that you guys basically pulled off the bodies. One of them is very much charred and damn near ruined.
Wonder how that happened.
What kinds of armor?
Leather. One is hide. So you almost missed it.
And you said one is completely charred.
Yeah. Cayenne, do a nature check for me.
23.
23? Mm-hmm. You're reading through your book and you're kind of look outside and you see a bird. And you just kind of crack a smile a little bit because you get an idea. If you can convince a bird, you can have it drop an explosive flying over.
I think she said 2.
So I have 2 bows, 4 swords, 2 leather armor, 1 hide armor, 1 set of charred armor
And 2 daggers.
and 2 daggers. That's the one I missed.
Yep.
So
Would you
there's
say at
slings,
least
right?
10 arrows, or
There was slings, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
But you can easily fashion one from probably the wrecked armor.
And we'll write that idea down in her book
Yep.
and then she's gonna plan on venturing out to at least change her weapon from a quarterstaff because that's not much use
Yeah.
in fighting.
Really?
Donatello would disagree.
Quarterstaff is pretty beefy.
I-
Use it two-handed.
For
Bonk with
her
stick.
personally, with
Oh.
the kind of gore she inflicts,
You actually decide to go. I would assume you decide to actually go to the blacksmith. And for once, you see this blacksmith actually relatively excited because he gets to work with the druid. He's like, and he sets down a plan on the table, and he rolls out this large scroll. And what you see is the design for a halberd. And he's like, I can't wait to make this.
oh boy.
And that's where we're going to leave off for tonight.
All right. Ah, damn, I forgot.
All right.
I'll do the rest.
So that's where we're going to leave off for tonight. We will be back next week, and we will be back to our normal 4-hour session. And yeah, thank you for tuning in and joining us tonight, and have a good night. Everybody say good night.
Y'all have a good night.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Tell your friends about
Happy
us.
New Year's, guys.